Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Allahumma ighfir lana dhunubana wal ikhwanina alladhina sabaquna bil iman wa la taj'al fi qulubina ghillan lil ladhina amanu. Rabbana innaka ra'ufur rahim. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, sesungguhnya kami melahirkan rasa kesyukuran di atas kurniaan-Mu yang tidak ternilai. Jadikanlah kami hamba-hamba-Mu yang sentiasa bersyukur di atas nikmat yang melimpah ruah kepada kami. Kami juga amat bersyukur kerana dapat berada dalam satu majlis ilmu yang sangat bermanfaat ini, iaitu Snap at Chuping Valley Accelerator Educational Program 2022. Ya Fattah, Ya Alim, sesungguhnya Engkau Maha mengetahui bahawa kami di sini ingin menimba ilmu-Mu yang sangat luas bagi mengembangkan potensi kami sebagai hamba-Mu yang Engkau redai. Justru berkati, rahmati dan mudahkanlah urusan program kami ini, Ya Allah. Kurniakanlah kepada kami segala ilmu yang bermanfaat. Sinarilah hati-hati kami dengan cahaya dan hidayah-Mu. Semoga dengannya kami mudah menerima dan menghayati serta mengamalkannya. Ya Dzal Jalali wal Ikram, kurniakanlah kepada kami kesihatan anggota, kecergasan minda, ketenangan jiwa, kekuatan semangat. Semoga dengannya kami mampu mendepani cabaran, berdaya saing dan mampu mengangkat martabat diri, keluarga, organisasi, masyarakat dan negara kami. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone. I'm Mohamad Alif from Seri Perlis, and today I'll be presenting my excellent research entitled Using Virtual Reality as a Teaching Tool in Vocabulary Learning for our Snap at Chuping Valley. This is the table of content of what I'm going to cover for today, starting from introduction until recommendation. Right, when we talk about virtual reality, or the short form is VR, what comes to our mind is the things that we put on our head. So in our school, we have two sets of VR kit. This is what we call VR kit, for us to use the VR technology. Here, this VR kit, we need to open here, and over here we can put our phone over here, and then we can watch the video that has the VR element in it. Not all the videos can be viewed with the VR kit, only selected videos only. And then I intended to use this as my excellent research to teach in an English subject. Some VR kit comes with the remote control as well. And for our school, we only have two sets, and both of them come with the remote control as well. So this is an example of what I have done for my excellent research. The term virtual reality itself has been used since 1980s, and it's referred to the power of technology to create artificial world, not the real one from our surrounding. It is generated by the computer technology in a digital visual for the real world. Those are some of the one of the term that we can take from the research. So for my research, I intended to use it to teach vocabulary, especially for year 3, for the topic of year in and year out, where they have to learn about season. So this is the performance level of the pupils that I chose for their study. I chose the year 3 pupils, the second class. So most of the pupils in this class, they are from average to low level of their English proficiency. Most of them have TP2 and TP3 only, and some of them have TP4 and TP5, and no pupils have TP6 level. Right, so the focus of the study, why I choose this technology innovation as my action research. Okay, I've been thinking when I'm teaching English, pupils are having problem because they have limited vocabulary. It will hinder them to communicate, to talk with their friend in English. So, one of the best way to teach the vocabulary by using the vocab or the words that is connected to their life. They apply outside of their life, they go back home, they can see or they can use the words with their friend or their family. However, there is a topic in year 3 that they have to learn about season. And there are 4 main seasons which are called winter, summer, autumn and spring. And these 4 seasons is not applicable in Malaysia because we don't have 4 seasons. So the people, they cannot relate to their own environment because of this. So that what makes me want to use this technology for the people. It can be one of the innovative strategies for them to learn about the topics. Okay, the VR kit, it can also be called as head-mounted display, or short form is HMD. So it can give the pupil extensive visual aid so that they not just look at the video, but they can experience like the real surrounding. Okay, past study has been using this VR as well. In the past study, they found that pupils or students have a greater achievement when they use VR game to learn about vocabulary as compared to the traditional, the usual methods. Few more other studies also found that the groups that use the VR kit, they outperform the other group that didn't use. However, these studies mostly has been done with people, with the older people. Therefore, I think that for primary school people, they might have some benefit to use this. So I tried to use with the younger people at primary level as well. So the main objective for my study is to seek to improve pupil vocabulary learning by using the VR as the teaching tool for primary school people. So the participants for my study, there are year 3 pupils, there are 24 pupils in the class, and they are from the mixed ability classroom. Among them, there are 12 are male and another 12 are female. Okay, to do action research, I need to follow a model, and I chose a Lewin's 1946 as my model that I want to follow. It has 4 stages: planning, action, observation, and reflection. Once all the 4 cycles, 4 stages finish, I will go into repeat the second cycle. And for this study, I only managed to complete 2 cycles only. And I also have 2 tests. One is before test, another one is after test. They have to do a simple worksheet regarding the topics. One is before they use the VR kit, and another one is after they use the VR kit to learn about the topics. Okay, this is the first stage. Okay, the first cycle during the planning. So what I did is I decided on the target vocab that I want them to learn. All the words that are related to the 4 seasons. They were introduced to the topic as usual by following the scheme of work. And then pupil also did a before test. Okay, once after a few lessons, the normal lesson, I gave them some simple worksheet as a before test. So they answer them based on their current vocabulary level. And then after that, the second stage is the action stage. The pupils were familiarized with the HMD, the VR kit. Here they experience the VR environment of the 4 seasons. Because I only have 2 sets, they have to take turns. Okay? They have to take turns to watch the videos about the 4 seasons. Okay? They take turns and then they watch them. But they're not using the remote yet. They only watch using the VR kit only. Right. So here you can see that I let the people know what is it and then how to use it. They need to put them on their head, and then once after that they can go around and look at the surrounding in the video. Meanwhile, for other pupils, because they don't have the VR kit, I put on the LCD as well, so that they are not bored. They can also be involved in the lesson. They can watch the video in the LCD, the same one that I put in the VR kit. However, it doesn't have the extensive visual aid as compared to from the VR kit. Okay, and then the third and the fourth stages are observation and reflection. Here, while doing the activity with the pupil using the VR kit, they watch and then they look at the words that appear in the video as well. I observe them and I ask them, prompt them. I look at what are the challenges, what are the issues, and how they are doing when they put on the HMD. Okay, from there, these are what I jot down some feedback as my reflection for my second cycle, and then I move on to my second cycle. So for my second cycle, I repeat almost the same process. However, this time around I put some of the videos and then I add more videos, more VR videos. However, this time around I integrate the remote control for the VR kit with the pupil. This is the added function for the second cycle. Right, as you can see here, I repeat the same process in the second cycle. However, they use the remote to move the cursor and point at the words that appear in the video. And then I ask them, what are those words? They can say winter. And what are the things that you can see? They can say, oh, I can see snow, ice. So these were the things that happened during the second cycle of the study. Next, they seek for the after test. After test, I give them the similar question, set of the question that they did before test. However, this round, they already have some of the knowledge, the vocabulary, all the words that related to the season from the activity that we did using the VR kit. So the result, the findings, the white color are the result of their before test, and the blue one are the one from the after test. You can see that pupils from the low level, it has been reduced, and then people in the intermediate and high achiever group, there's been some increase, meaning that there's been some increase of the pupil in the those group as well. Okay, so what can I learn from this activity that I did with the pupil? I can see that they are very eager and excited to use the HMD. Some pupils didn't improve their marks in the after test. However, when I did like an oral session, one-on-one session with them, and asked them some question about the season, they actually could identify the season orally. They can point at the right words when I ask them, what picture is this? Is it this one, this one? Okay, they can point at the right one. So it shows that it gives some benefit for the pupil as well. So, for reflection, by providing VR environment, it actually helped them to visualize the real environment. They can see like the real environment and connect them to the vocab that they are learning. Okay, they are excited, like I said just now, how to use the VR kit. They're very excited to look at the season, because in Malaysia they cannot feel how is it winter or maybe autumn and spring, because we don't have this season. Okay, using VR kit with hand control, the remote control, it gives them more authentic experience and then more senses, because from the VR kit they can just watch, and then when I give them remote, it gives them more control for them to communicate with the video. However, there are also some challenges when we use this technology innovation in our lesson. One of them is the limited resources. Okay, this is the most common challenges using VR kit, because it is related to cost. Some HMD can be quite expensive as well. The one that I'm using for my school, that one is not the expensive one. Just one set is around 100 ringgit only. But there are also VR kit that are more expensive and has more control, more function, like this one. Alright. So what should we do? As a teachers, we need to try to use this technological innovation to teach English, because I'm teaching English, because it has various benefit for the pupils. And then if school or teachers have the money to buy the VR kit, maybe they can use the advanced VR kit, because it has more function. Okay, like this one, maybe the one created by the Valve or Oculus Rift, they have more function, not just to view. We don't have to put the phone in there. It already have the screen inside the VR kit. But the most important thing is that teachers and educators need to have ample knowledge and skill to operate the technological devices. Because if we have the technology, but we don't have the skill, or we don't know how to operate them, we will be just gone to waste. Right, so that's all for my presentation for today. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.